Yeah. Inside voice. I hear these youngins by the slang that I bid first, and I can't even get no credit for it. That shit hurt. Yeah, we been nerds, not the type to use big words. Still down to throw you if you throwin' the fist first. Fail face, but every now and then I don't get curved. Still end up broken hearted that we get what we deserve. Freak show, they staring and don't ask for no pictures. Cause I'm a giant man like I'm Fishburne. Maybe cause I'm hotter than the grease with a fish burn. We're slacking now, I'm putting in that work like an intern. I probably won't gain lives like trading in your system. The game stop. Don't really rap about what I ain't got. Been me since back when I could fit in the tank top. You think I'm ever changing? I think not. Hit the taco truck and I can show you the flame spots. They only taking cash and now I'm making the bank stop. Think cock, don't say a word, just open that safe lock. Now I'm playing the ATM, broken the rain wide. Raindrops falling on my head. I hate cops, ain't talking to the feds. Zombie mode on a rocky road, walking like I'm dead. Need to pick me up that I will eat the chocolate with the bread. Still trash, just now me in my pockets getting fed. That's real rap, now I can pay for guac without a sweat. You feel that? Playlist full of indie and drill trap. Problems, I got 99 on me, I'm Lil Sap. But fucking never cried over spilled paps. Never crying over who spilled that. Young medicine man, and I'm looking to peel caps. Yeah. Put on the beat and I will snap. Put on the beat, I'ma kill that.
Ryne Radio is brought to you in part by Cerna Cigars. If you want to burn like a star, smoke a Cerna cigar. Premium hand-rolled blunts with the glass tips, and it should be powered by Fresh Coast Cannabis. Follow both Cerna Cigars and Fresh Coast Cannabis on Instagram today and let them know that Ryne Radio sent you. We are also brought to you by Adopt My Block. Follow Adopt My Block on Instagram, but also support them on their Patreon or add them into your cart on Amazon Smile. Remember, adopt, don't shop with Adopt My Block. If you would like to listen to some underground music from the Northern California area and beyond, check out TinoKilledIt.com or TinoKilledIt.live. And if you're trying to have your music spun on Tino's radio station, call 915-233-2120 or support them on Patreon today. If you're in Santa Cruz, stop by the Rush Inn at 113 Ninth Street in between Water and Pacific. Come play with us forever and ever or until the government shuts us down again at the Rush Inn.
Bars like you a shooter with a hostage. If you won't on no prison yard mixing noodles with a sausage, I trap out the bando and low in the studio apartment. You live at the Dirtbag Dance Show. You really got a studio apartment.
All right, what's good? Ryne Radio, episode 144. Let's let this run for 2 seconds before I get way too ahead of myself and make sure that this audio is actually working properly. Because we've been cursed so many times. We've been cursed so many times with the terrible, terrible audio. And it's working. It's working. It's working. I also messed up. I meant to say that we are here. I have a guest tonight. It's episode 144, and Cypher is going to be joining us via Zoom just to fucking shoot the shit. The boy has had some new things happening in his fucking world lately. So, we're just going to talk shop and do all the fucking stuff and the things. I'm just going to shoot right into it because I forgot to fucking put the name on the video properly. So I'm gonna have to go back and do that. But without further ado, let me pull this up properly. Wait, let me pull him off. I gotta unmute myself first, and he should be able to hear me now. And then I'm gonna pull him up on the screen. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen and lady. Um, how you doing, sir? Much appreciation for you stopping by.
I'm doing good, man. You know what it is. Cypher209 Straight Edge brought to you by Fresh Coast Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Tino killed it. Tino killed it. Office supplies and pool service. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it all out here.
Nah, fuck yeah, man. Hey, you boy, we trying to get practice out here. You got to try to fucking cut these fucking ads some way or another. Yeah, no. I'm already. I was gonna try to be all slick and smooth and be like, oh yeah, he just got elected to no. But I'll just let you go ahead and say that one more time again, because I know you recently have had some progress, no pun intended, in your political life recently.
Oh yeah. So I will be representing the Progressive Caucus Central Vice Chair position for the Democratic Party in California. So everybody that wants to recall Gavin has to go through other people. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be there in the background.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Assad says to tell Cypher that he has a Bernie Sanders trading card.
Bro, I got the rookie card, bro, from like Vermington, Vermont, whatever, Birmingham, Vermont. Bro, I got that. It's on lock. It's like in a safe right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, just like I said, I don't really have like a overall goal to even bring you on tonight. I was just like more so like, you know what? I need somebody for the show tonight. I was up early. I was like, I need somebody for the show tonight, and I know Cypher mentioned that he'd be down. So fuck it. Here we are again. I think the last time we talked was like a year ago already.
Yeah, yeah. It
When I
was
had you on
like,
my show.
was it like, was COVID already like cracking off? Was it already popping?
Yeah, because I
so.
think it was during like when the Black Lives Matter movements were starting to
Oh,
pick up pretty strong too. Because I think you might have like either stopped in here on the way back home from something, or you were on Zoom after you came back from something and you mentioned that
Oh
you
yeah,
like
yeah. It
wanted to
was
stop
actually a
through
San Jose protest, so it had to be like last July at some point.
something
And
like that.
it's not lost on me that you didn't actually want me here. I was just the final, whoever was left in the Rolodex. But that's
No,
typically how
not
things are with my life. So
to be fair,
it's
you
cool.
you would have been the first in the Rolodex. Like
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was
You
like, okay,
fit the
let's go,
pattern. It's
let's go
good.
from Cypher and then on. And you just happened to be up as early as I was, and was like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
So
So
I don't sleep.
you
You know what
don't
I'm saying?
sleep, you don't sleep at all.
No, I never slept. I don't sleep.
Is that just like the straight edge powers?
Yeah, bro. Like, cause you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't do drugs, so like, I just, I just talk to myself and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like,
See, that sounds
I
like
just
something that someone would do drugs with.
I know, but like, see, I like to mimic life. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to do it myself, do my own. You know what I mean? Independent entrepreneur when it comes to not doing drugs. Fresh Coast Cannabis. Shout out to my sponsor.
Fresh to Coast Cannabis, fuck yeah. Nah, yeah. I be making the joke with people a lot too that it's ironic because most people, when they have a drug sponsor, it's because they're trying to keep them off of them, and mine's like lacing me up. So yeah, so shout out to Fresh Coast Cannabis. You know, if you're into that kind of thing,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. That's your forte.
if that's your forte. So can I already just like automatically assume that like fucking CM Punk's one of your favorite wrestlers?
You could assume that. I wouldn't put him in my top 50, but I mean, in
I,
the scope of things, yeah, I would say he's one of my favorites out of the thousands of wrestlers that have entered the square circle. You know
Fair
what I mean?
enough. Fair enough. I almost thought there was just like some sort of a common bond. 'Cause like I said, like I feel like folks that are like straight edge and hardcore, there's a certain level of like you're down for the fuck shit. Like
Yeah, I
that makes
mean,
sense.
there's like a small community, especially like through hip hop, like of straight edge people, and even smaller in like battle rap. I mean, that's how I connected with DED out in Fresno, in assault and battling and shit. Um, but yeah, it's like we're obligated to be friends with each other for 2 years, and then after the probation period and after we proved our straight edge, we can go off and venture off and become our own people.
Fair
But you
enough.
have to be down. Like it's like the IDF, out in Israel. Like you have to fucking be involved, bro. Free Palestine. That's what I say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, definitely free Palestine. But also to throw it back to fucking all the way over here again, because you just mentioned assault and battling, so it's like I already want to dive into that because I just like, I had Absurd on that long ago, and you were also kind of mentioning like how it's just like, that's someone else that was in like the early days of pioneering, kind of like the, I don't know what like what the respectful term would be, but just like the low to mid tier fucking battle leagues that are like like the early California smaller leagues that were developing talent.
Yeah, I would say that they're looking back on it. Assault and Battling was like a regional development league. And that was kind of like, even in the moment, like Absurd always wanted bigger plans for the people involved. So it was like not a disrespectful thing to want us to go to Golden State Bullies at the time, which is Grind Time, or to eventually go to King of the Dot. And it was all love back in the day. I met so many cool people, because you know what I'm saying? Like it was so easy to be good there because everybody fucking sucked. But you know what I mean? Standout star, you feel me?
Fair enough, man. I mean, and it's funny because how you were just saying, so like all that really just started from like having the common connection with I've fucking, I don't know the cat's name. I know you just mentioned it, but just from that straight edge connection.
Yeah, I mean, like I was cool with him. I think we had done music previously, like straight edge hip hop shit, and I know he was like battling or involved in the battle scene. So it's funny because I actually had to go to Fresno and prove myself there to get a look in Stockton for the jungle at the time. But everything worked out because my first battle, I had a really good talk with Caddy, and he's the one who got me into Golden State Bullies with Lush and a couple other people and Gambit involved. So through my first battle meeting him, it was kind of cool, and that kind of set the trajectory. And through that, I met meeting Fox and QP and all them on the jungle. So like it was just kind of like a one thing after another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everything started in Fresno. I don't enjoy Fresno or going there at all, but
I relate to you on many ways for that.
yeah, but it was all worth it. I mean, in the end, you know what I'm saying? A couple long trips down 99, but
Couple long trips down 99 sounds like the name to like anything. Like
that sounds like the sound, like the name of the soundtrack to Kill Yourself too. But
or to kill someone else too, to be fair.
it's wherever you put your energy. You know what I mean?
It's all about perspective, I suppose.
People are givers. You know what I mean?
So fucking because yeah, a lot of folks don't realize, because you be fucking because we'll have fun with folks like in the bots group and whatnot, like especially some of the newer talent, and people will just be like, who the fuck is this guy? Because you'll just kind of say your mind, and people will get fucking pissed off about that. And towards like, I'm always just like, for the most part, you're not ever like being a dickhead to somebody. You're just like, nah, this is just what it is. Or like,
yeah, I'm never trying to be a dick.
But
Except
people,
for if it's White Widow Hayes or Daniel Blackton or CJ Pimp, then I've said some pretty mean things, I would say. But typically, I just try to give people advice in kind of a harsh way, because like it's weird to see a lot of the new guys so full of themselves when like they really haven't done shit. And back then, like, I mean, you kind of you found your way into circles with like the Saurus and Dumbfounded and the Jungle guys, Conceited, and all them. And it was just interesting because you had to be humble, because at the same time they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Exactly.
Like, Disaster can walk up and be like, "Who the fuck are you, dude?" So like,
and you would literally do that.
Yeah, no, he would literally. I think he said that to me once, but I was put on. I was co-signed by Daylight at the time, so I hide behind Daylight. But that was that era. Yeah, man, you had to be kind of just humble back in the day. Now you can just fucking wild out. And honestly, like, I wasn't gonna say nothing recently, but I was the one throwing the engagement party And I kind of felt that as the planner, I needed to defend my actions. So that's why it's full transparency.
Full of transparency. Assad says that you look like Tino's bully in high school.
Dude, you know what? I think I might have mentioned this before in public. I didn't find out Tino was my cousin until we were about to perform our song together.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was cool. I was like, oh shit, what?
Because honestly, I was almost even going to ask you if he really was your cousin. Because I know you guys say that, but you're also like, you like to fuck with people sometimes too. So I was just like, yeah, maybe.
I mean, I feel like that's
I know they're cool.
Statement right there. You know what I mean?
I know they're cool.
No, Tino's like my actual like second cousin or some shit.
That's
like,
crazy.
He's actually like, yeah, like I seen him at like family reunions afterwards. Shit, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Like fucking just I guess small world. And I don't know too, because you're just like, yeah, you were just getting into like it's crazy like how some of the newer people kind of feel like they're already so like deserving of some shit. And it's like, I mean, even me, I came in later, but I've never had the attitude of like, oh, I'm entitled to this or whatever. And it's like if I ever did at any moment, there was always someone that was really quick to be like, yeah, nah, kind of shit, you know, to where it's just like, it's weird how like folks are just coming into this shit like in that kind of way, because I don't know, like people have like the craziest excuses lately too, like because I've heard just a wide gamut of them from doing this fucking wild ass fucking attempt of a tournament. And yeah, like I've already, you know, because we have like July coming up and people like, oh, I wanted, you know, like this kind of a thing on there. I'm like, dude, it's a big card and like any kind of battle is a good look on there. But like if I was in their shoes, I would have been like, oh hell yeah, thanks, man. But like I don't know, maybe just because I was always like, yeah, people usually dog me out, so I need to be humble. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of the problem is like you have people that are very accessible, like Reverse Live and shit, and like they got the opportunity. Some of these new guys get the opportunity to battle people like that. But if Reverse had the same attitude that they had, they would have never been on the same card as him. Like Reverse Live is so much better than a lot of the people that he battles sometimes because he loves the sport of battle rap and you know the culture of it. But motherfuckers think that that's like their past to be like, yo, I'm a good rapper now. You're like, no, he's more humble than you. If he wasn't, you would have never seen him. And I think that's what a lot of them are like banking off of. Like I battled Reverse Live. He gave me a look out in LA. That was, I mean, I wasn't ready for it, but it was a good experience. I battled Caustic. I battled people from the East Coast. Like, you know, but I always knew what it was. Like it was my opportunity to kind of get in the mix and to prove myself without having to talk shit beforehand. Like I'm because it's not really promoting the battle because a lot of people say that, but you're like, yo, I'm promoting inside of a very inner circle bots group. Like, who are you promoting to? The same people that are going to be at the event, that are going to watch the battle maybe once and not again. Like, you're not building up anything like CJ Pimp. Like, you just came to get bodied. Like, you took a plane ticket here to get bodied. And it's just like, I don't know, bro. A lot of these new guys are fucking weirdos. All of them, actually. Except for like 4.
I don't know. I fuck with a lot of them because I'm like,
So do I, do. I'm just mean.
yeah, you're just mean. I fuck with a lot of them because I've made a lot of fucking mistakes along the way of doing shit, and a lot of them do fucking. I think a lot of them do got like something to them that they all could really tap into more of. But then there's just like things that happen along the way, and I get it because fucking it's frustrating as fuck to like come up with a bunch of material and shit and like practice for folks. But then at the same time, it's like a lot of times you just gotta fucking like charge shit to the game sometimes, which sucks because it's like I've been fucking no showed on a bunch. I fucking felt like I almost got to like perform at the Ritz, but I was like, oh nah, I don't really like, you know, the battle or whatever. And then it was like fucking that was like my only chance to do that. And then the fucking, you know, like COVID now, league falling apart, all that shit. Or I'd said that backwards, but whatever.
Where was the Ritz one? What was that? Pat Stay?
Yeah, that was
Was that
Pat Stay versus No Shame.
No Shame?
And I
Yeah,
had a
that was.
chance to be on that venue, like at the Bots 11 card, but I was like, oh nah, no. But then fucking that was like probably my only chance ever to like perform there like that. So it's like, you know, I just like to try to remind everybody. It's like, man, like everybody has their own distinct thing that they can tap into to be able to engage a crowd with, and like you were saying, like the more humble you can come, like the easier it is, because it's like, and then it's like hard because you don't know what kind of impression you're leaving on people. So then, you know, if people do certain things along the way, then it's like I try to get them battles elsewhere, and then it's like, nah, I don't know. And I'm like, you know, like, because people feel like a lot of the newer guys are weirdos or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, nah, they're not,
Uh,
man. Like, but
yeah, I think it's just for me. What I see is just them not realizing that um it's cool to like talk shit online and do some actually good politicking in person, but sometimes, especially nowadays, that's the only time they're gonna see you is online. So like if you're disrespectful and you're weird and you seem like you don't want to actually like be humble at all, like league owners and shit are not gonna fuck with you like unless you're really fucking good. And like snapping 3 rounds of like the smack style is not like it's not gonna have you like sticking out unless you like really come with it. So a lot of these people, I just think they'd be a lot better if they were humble and they were cool and they put in the work of actually like networking and not just kind of like look at me. Because every fucking battle, like the bots group itself, like you know how many times I went in there and someone's like, look at my battle, and they're from like fucking Cincinnati or they're fucking Utah or some shit. And I'm like, I'm never gonna watch this, never. Because you said this is a classic, and if it's a classic and it's from 3 months ago and I haven't heard about it, it's not a fucking classic.
and it's like, if
So
you're
I don't know.
telling me about it and you're the one that's in the battle, then it's more or less probably not like some crazy classic. Like,
I'd rather click on like a TikTok. My friend fucking text me at 2 a.m. than because they're just dropping the link instead of you just being like, yo, it's the best battle of the card. I'm like, what card, bro? I don't even know the league, but I don't know. I'm
see,
just jaded. You know what I'm
no,
saying? But
yeah, exactly. And like you have so many fucking, and it's like you're a little jaded probably, but then also it's like how you were just saying earlier. It's like when you were coming into this shit, you're bumping shoulders with fucking like people that actually like built this shit, had like true mainstream appeal talent with this shit, to where it's like, um I don't know. Like I can understand, like I was saying, because it's like I'm a little bit, you know, I only came in around 2015, so then it's like I did a lot of stupid shit to where it's like little bit like a lot of look at me type shit, to where it's like I can relate to people, but then at the same time, a lot of it's like what you were just saying too. It's like there's a certain like fucking real human level to all of this. It's like, would you go into a job interview doing something like this type of shit? Like that there was that one kid Spitz. Like he's kind of like mad at me because I was just like, I don't know. I said good battle in the battle, but it's like I tell most people good battles, like especially if you show up and you take the time out of your day to fucking like prepare and whatever and still come through, I'm gonna appreciate that. But then it's like, you know, it's like if like dude was there, not really fucking like, you know, you're just kind of sitting there being in his own world or whatever. And I'm not saying you got to be like Mr. Sociable or whatever, but it's like at certain levels, like you're not even like coming up to the cat that like runs the show and being like, oh hey, I'm here fucking ready to rock, let's fucking do the thing or whatever, and then like trying to get yourself like introduce yourself to the people that are like in the crowd or whatever the fuck, to like I don't know, like to a certain level it's like if people aren't taking themselves serious, like how can I really take them serious? Like we're like there is an image thing that we're doing here, like you gotta like get it going forward.
yeah, it's definitely about like being just a cool person, approachable, and networking because you never know who's gonna show up to battles. I mean, you could put on the fucking blue Care Bear suit and get love or whatever the fuck was his name did that one time.
Yeah.
Or you could just be cool and like stand like just stand with like some of the other rappers and just see what they're on and maybe just like chime in here and there and shit. Like it doesn't have to be like I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of ego, and I mean, of course, it's like really, you know, an ego-driven thing. But at the same time, like, you don't want to be that outcast because you think you're too good to just kick it. I don't know.
I think there's a
I
thing where like people want to like almost like, and I've done it a bunch, where it's like you like alienate your own supporters out of like some fucking weird sense of like wanting to fuck up your own shit or whatever the fuck, or like whether you're conscious of it or not. But it's like people it's like people. I'll see it happen a lot of time with a lot of different battlers, like where they start becoming a little bit of a favorite to people, and then like they kind of like shit on the people that's actually trying to like support or help or whatever, and then they don't get that support or help anymore, and then they wonder why. Like, well, hey, what happened? It's like, well, fuck, dude. Like, you can't just like shit on the people that like want to support you.
Yeah, like when I mean to Daniel Blackton, I like it's always surprising to me when people know who I am when I show up. But there's some people that have been rocking with bots from the very beginning, and even before that, like the Battle of the Bays and shit. I remember seeing them there. So like, um, I don't know. I don't. I just see a lot of things. You know, people getting influenced by like internet shit, and then thinking that they have to be that way. Just be cool. Everyone just be fucking cool. And then back in the day, it was hella fucking cool. Everybody was just chilling. But I don't know. Tino killed it.
Tino killed it.
Cheers.
I mean, and like that's a good example of somebody that just knows how to be cool, man. Because it's like the way that he like presents himself, like you would think that he's like the one that's like winning the whole tournament right now, and he's like not, but he's making the most out of it. Like to where it's like, I like this guy.
Yeah, no, Tino took that. Tino killed his shit and just fucking
Ran
with
with
too.
it, dude.
Like, I remember that day too. Like, I don't know, what was that? But box 2 or 4 or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Some, and I was just like, okay, I can see where he's going with this. Like, you know, after he was christened, but like, dude, like he's doing a bunch of shit and using, you know, his platform to promote his other shit. And that's the way you should do it. Everybody likes Tino. He's the good cop. I'm the bad cop. Yeah, I think he just has a better approach than me.
Fair enough. I mean, and like, cause I don't know, like, well, even before I ask the question I am about to ask, I got to do a sidebar. Like, why are you so mean to Daniel Blackton?
Honestly, there's not really a reason, but for me to answer that, I would have to be mean to Daniel Blackton. So I can't answer that because I'd be like, well, I feel like he's the only one not in on the joke. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn. Fair enough. But what made you initially like? What drove you to this world in the very beginning? Like, I'm kind of skipping all around in the fucking timeline here, but because especially because I'm like, I'm sitting
Drove
here,
me to battle rap.
yeah, because like I'm sitting here thinking about like, because you know how you're saying like the straight edge and stuff like that, but like I don't think many people know like your like kind of connection to the hardcore kind of like punk rock scene either. Because like I have homies that I work with that like I'm pretty sure you know like through other people like I don't want to put anyone's name out on blast right now because we're on a live or whatever, and I don't you know who knows what people like or don't like.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Was it somebody that recent events happened or no? You know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
Were they involved in a recent tragedy or no?
Mm,
Okay, maybe it's not the same person.
I don't know, but I know
same-
I'm pretty sure just because like I think I've seen like giant group pictures and you're like in like because I think he was like showing me pictures of like some show and I was like, that's fucking Cypher. He's like, you know Cypher? I'm like, you know Cypher? Like I was like, yeah, I know Cypher. And then I was just like laughing my ass off because I'm just like, because I mean, do people in that world know you as Cypher too? Like.
Kinda. I mean, some of them because the straight edge hip hop thing was actually like there's only 10 or so straight edge people doing rap at the time, and so through hardcore and shit, like I performed on some hardcore shows, some punk shows. So some people know me through that. Some people just know me through straight edge too. And there's actually been like when I was president of a hardcore crew, they'd come to the battles. So like especially like if you see some of the bots ones like me versus EK, I think some of my boys are there with clockwise hats.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of like inner, you know, but you could see me behind Bernie Sanders with a clockwise hat. So I wear that shit everywhere. Like, but there's always like intertwining like worlds for me. You know what I mean? But what drove me really like is watching 40 Cal, watching Thesaurus, watching Jin, Locksmith,
And
Marv 1,
is
this kind of thing, whether it be like MTV, BET, Fight Club, like Smack DVDs. I used to have all the Smack DVDs. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
shit.
Like I used to watch fucking Rain Man. I used to watch like all like Mook, like all of them, like all. So that just made me want to. Plus, honestly, talking shit's fun, and then
Talking shit's
talking
fun.
shit in rhyme form is funny because you can be called like a bitch, but if they rhyme that, that's hella mean. Like it's like you took the time to like two sounds together to make fun of me, and I think that's hilarious. So like
Right.
really, like I was just like, let's see what's up.
Fair enough.
I used to battle in high school, um, and we used to like attract pretty big crowds in my high school. And I would get hella nervous. I'd be all shaky and shit, but no one could tell because everybody was so like close knit. And I don't know, man. Just battle rap was always like something in my life. So, and then listening to just diss songs back in the day too. I just fucking love people talking shit.
What's some of your favorite diss songs?
Okay, so most people say like "Hit 'Em Up." Most people say "No Vaseline."
Yeah.
I would actually think the entire like Benzino versus Eminem shit was hilarious to me, and I think Ja Rule dissing Eminem
Yes.
was amazing. Like,
It was
damn, you claim
amazing.
your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Haley gonna be when she grows up? That's the illest ending. Plus, like, I really fucked with G Unit and Shady Records, so like all the Invasion mixtapes and shit. Um, I love that era of shit talking. So like, because 50 Cent is a shit talker.
Yeah,
Like,
even still.
yeah, he didn't even have to rap. Like he can get on and be like, yo, it's 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Ja Rule, yo. And it's just like, oh, cool. Like he's not even rapping. He's just talking shit at the end of the song. I had to listen to fucking Tony Yayo for fucking 6 minutes just so I could hear 50 Cent talk at the end. I don't know.
If there's anything I want to quote out of this episode, it's that right there. I had to listen to Tony Yayo for 6 minutes just so I can hear 50 Cent at the end. Cypher.
Yeah, right. I
Fair
don't know
enough.
what track that burn CD was.
Fair enough. I was almost even gonna like I kind of had like a preset question before the interview about like what would be something that you wish you can see more of in battle rap and what's something you could wish you could see less of in battle rap. But like I don't know, I feel like we kind of touched on it there a little bit in terms of like the humbleness.
Well, I definitely never want to hear how you hit them up or any promoter hit them up. Oh man, who was it? Was it Nexus that I think had? And honestly, look, I've been pretty like mean about Nexus too in comments. And I know that's like, you know what I mean? Hey, shout out to the sponsors. But I think it all stemmed from, I think it was his tryout battle. I think his whole first round was like, you know, I got this call and I was just like, bruh, I don't want to fucking hear this shit. Like, I don't care how this battle was arranged. Like, I really don't. And I think that's just hella light. Maybe it was him, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm just picking on him, but it was something like that at that biker club place. And I was just like, man, this is corny. I hate personals too. Like, if it's not an outright personal that everybody knows, like, I think it's fucking corny. So just personals and shit, like, yo, you failed in 6th grade. You're like, ah, shit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit, bro?
It gets just weird because it's like again it ties back into that whole like I've always been way more trying to be like I don't know like I said I'm guilty of every type of fucking battle rap sin. So it's like I can only talk so much shit, but I've always tried to have somewhat of a mind of like can someone that has never seen this before watch this or listen to this? Because I think that's like way more important than fucking anything else.
Bro, isn't that weird? Like, have you ever spit your bars ahead of time for somebody that's not into battle rap, and then they're like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but it sounded cool.
Yes.
Like, that's just hella weird. You're like, yo, I said you seen that battle with Digo? Yeah. And you're like, who's that? I'm like, okay, well, Digo is this uppity chap from whatever. Like, you know, so it's just, I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't know. I don't like my worlds crossing actually. Like when I knew I had to get out of the game when Sam Cole was like, "You a Democratic delegate," and I'm like, I can't be like this. Bernie Sanders isn't gonna care about me anymore, bro.
Right. No, yeah. Does that ever come up for you, like at all? Like being in that kind of world, do people like try to use like some of the shit you're involved in, like as a way to be like, oh, this guy's fucking doing this or that? I mean, you don't say anything fucked up in your material though. So like, even if they could, like, I don't think there's really a leg to stand on.
What? Okay, so back when we were trying to flip our congressional district, I was like one of the main dudes talking shit about the incumbent at the time, and his attack dogs attacked me over battle rap. They're like, "Is that where you blah blah blah?" And you say this and this to people's faces, and I was like, "I don't think I've said that in Oakland, but did I win? Like, was I good? But I don't give a fuck." So that's the thing is, I don't give a fuck. I have a problem with authority. So like when I talk to politicians and shit, I don't give a fuck about them. I'll just talk to them like normal people. And that goes when people try to check me on shit, like, did you say this? Did you say this? And I said, yeah. Not only did I say that, I pre-wrote that. I rhymed it and I knew it was gonna go online. So yes, things have changed over time where like I wouldn't necessarily say shit that I have before, but that just comes with the time. And anybody wants to bring that shit up, I'll be like, yeah, I said it, and what am I supposed to do about that? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I respect that too, because it's like I feel like some people will try to like, I don't know, go backwards and like try to erase shit, or like they try to like downplay it and act like it didn't happen or whatever the fuck. Or it's like I like that approach where you're just like, yeah, that's what I did.
Bro, I was the
Um,
one that exposed everybody to the knowledge that fucking everybody knows was Asian. Nobody knew before me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew that shit. Like I brought that out, and you know what I'm saying? I changed the game. And I mean, at one point, I called Knight the Poet like chocolate milk. I said he was, Nestle. Like, so I mean, I've said some things, but like honestly, I don't give a fuck, bro. Trump was the president. You think I give a fuck about battle rap? What they're trying to say, bro?
Fair enough, man. Because I mean, like, yeah, I'm always on that. Because I was like, I fuck with battle rap, I fuck with comedy, I kind of do both. To where it's like I believe at a certain extent, as long as I'm being like somewhat responsible with my material, and I'm not just like trying to use the platform as an excuse to just say some weird wild shit. Like I feel like I can kind of just do whatever. I mean, well, I'm also not in a position of like trying to get some like actual change going and shit like that. I'm just a fucking truck driver. So ultimately, like, I feel that also gives me a pass of like, well, he's a fucking truck driver. God bless him.
Yeah, but like you doing that, like, is more important than you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna get really political, but I mean, you the working man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a lot of pull. You want you to be like, man, I'm gonna go fucking leave this truck in the middle of nowhere and just open it up, see what happens. Like,
Oh, I think
just
about
leave
that
it
all the
there.
time.
Like, bro, what if I just fucking drove into the bay, bro? Like,
Oh,
you are
so dude,
not getting your iPad, bro.
that's happened though. Like people like when I was like out in Walnut Creek, like someone like let the truck go off of a cliff and then they like took an Uber and then like chilled with a homie and they like let it like everyone just try to find him for like the whole day and shit. It turned into this big old deal and he was just hanging out with his homie like getting stoned or whatever the fuck.
But that happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. But like to me, bro, I think everybody, whatever they choose to do with their platform is fine. There's some people that are fucking, they see some weird ass shit in battle rap. You know what I mean? Like I was friends
Comedy
with
too.
Caddy, and Caddy said
Yeah, cat.
some Caddy said some interesting things. You know what I'm saying? And like that Pat Stay battle against No Shame, I walked back in the venue. I heard part of his round, and I walked
Yeah.
right the fuck back out of the venue because I personally could not be on camera during that battle. Like I just couldn't be around there.
I luckily I learned early in my battle days that if you could stand behind the camera and it doesn't take away from the crowd, that's usually ideal. So I was just sitting there like watching every moment, but like, oh dear.
You you sparked something though, because you had asked me what I want to see less of. And what I want to see less of is motherfuckers trying to get their moment of shine from the crowd, bro. Like it started off in the jungle when they were genuinely like, talk to them, what else? But now it's just like every single person's coming with their one-liners, and honestly, it fucks up the battlers sometimes because it's just like Like you say a hot bar, like okay, honestly, there's been too many like say it again and fucking rewind that shit. Because some of these bars are like, I got it the first time, and
Yeah.
I predicted it the first time. Like it wasn't that clever, so I don't need to hear it again. But there's a lot of people in the crowd, specifically a lot of the development leagues, especially a lot of the regional leagues, that people just want to be on camera being heard.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, chill, bro. Like chill. Let these motherfuckers rap. They spent the last month writing this. You're gonna fucking pull up with intentions to be like just to say some one liner, bro. Like I don't know. To me, that's just hella disrespectful. Like it's funny sometimes, like if you can get a good one in, but there's just too many people trying to be like
Yeah.
the class clown, bro.
It's funny though when it's like it depends what it is. Like if you're just doing like you know, because everyone like you're just saying like someone will like say something that they seen happen in another battle, and it's like that worked in that battle because it was like a genuine moment. It's like it's not gonna work just because you want to just like fucking yell out like what else to every single person. It's like it's the same thing of like in wrestling when like Steve Austin had like the what thing, and then like they tried to start doing that everywhere, or like you know like there's holy shit chants everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, but that's a great point though too. Like fucking how you're saying like, because I almost had to like kind of like, what did you mean? But like you definitely clarified like people trying to find like trying to be a star within the crowd, like instead of
Yeah.
like, because it's like doing comedy, I deal with fucking hecklers a lot, and it's like my like every time I'm at a mic that other people are running too, no, like people always have this expectation of like the comic's gonna go toe to toe with the heckler or whatever because like there's all these like online clips of like comedian destroys heckler or whatever, and that does happen sometimes, but more often than not, the people will just be like, "You can come up here and tell some jokes," and then like they just let the person go on stage, and like if the person actually goes on stage, more often than not, they're fucking terrible. So then they have to just sit there and live with the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Whereas like in battle rap, you don't not only do you not get that, but it's like it's encouraged almost that people could be shitheads in the crowd. And then it's like, hey man, you can just get up here and rap. But it's like you might even tell someone that and they'll be like, really? Can I?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then that's what's even worse too is like you already got to combat the people that are they just there drinking and shit in the background that are already too loud, and then for you to have the actual crowd that's supposed to be supportive be loud, it's just like, bro, shut up. Like, I mean, I think I hate it more in comedy, obviously, because like you're trying to actually watch a routine from somebody that's on stage. You paid hella money for most of the time. Like I saw Joey Diaz and some drunk Mexican lady was just yelling out all the punchlines before, and I was like, bro, like, yeah, we've all watched this on YouTube, but I want to see it live. Like, you don't have
See,
to
and
like fucking...
that's a douche. That's a fucking shit thing to do because it's like, motherfucker, you're not watching a magic show. It's like, yeah, he's gonna tell the same jokes that he told in the last time you saw him. It's like that's usually how that works. Like,
yeah, that should be making me hella mad, bro.
unless it's like someone that's super prolific and they're just like writing new shit all the time, but it's like that's rare.
That's me, bro. You want to see me at the open mic?
No, and honestly, like that's what I love about the battle rap shit is because like battle rap is like you have no choice but to always write new shit because like once you had your shit, like that's it, that it's there, it's done. You make your life all about it, and then you get it out, and it's over with. Whereas like comedy, it's you always keep it and you can pull it out at any time. Like not only is recycling encouraged in comedy, but that is like the art of it to some degree. Is like constantly building the material until it's like actually finished in your mind. Like, and I listened a lot to the Creative Imbalance podcast hosted by Sean Sirianni, and they were talking about they were talking with this dude Ramshi, and they were talking about how like when you're making art, like nothing's ever like actually like done or finished. It's just like when you decide to walk away from it kind of shit. Whereas like comedy is like always ever evolving with that. Towards like it really just matters when you want to stop editing it. I don't know what got me onto that fucking path.
Oh no, but I'm high as fuck. Cannabis, bro.
Nah, fair enough. But nah, I very much appreciate you for fucking making the time, sir. I've been trying to make sure that I get more people on these episodes now that I'm doing like other shit on the side. So
well, it's either that or the fucking chat box, bro. I'll be somewhere. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
some of these rappers would rather have me on here. Actually, no, they wouldn't. But all I know is when I pull up, like to the next event, I'm having no friends, bro. Like unless like Syndro pulls up and I can kick it with like Tino and shit.
Oh, Tino will be
Like,
there.
oh, but Thesaurus will be there, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
No,
me and him are
Source
cool.
will
Me
be
and
there
him are
too.
cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just roll, and I'm just gonna get candid pictures of me kicking it with Big K. You know what I mean,
Right.
just like I'm gonna like
The
stand
dog.
next to him like this, like we're talking and shit. But like he won't even know I'm there, bro.
He'll,
So,
he'll just look at you for a second, like, bro, what are you doing? And then like someone in the background's like, now.
yeah, I'll be like,
It's like and then it's like, oh yeah, this is me and like a fuck, and then you just post it on your Instagram like
yeah,
building.
bro, like just pop building, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're just reconnecting, bro.
But
You know
no,
what I'm
but
saying?
no tag.
Oh yeah, bro. No tag.
No
'Cause he's gonna be
tag.
like, who the fuck are you, bro? I think I already told you this story, but I mean, okay, so I battled Oblimey in Oakland,
Okay.
or San Francisco actually for Massacre of the Bay or whatever, and Hollow the Dawn was there, and I was talking to him, and then like literally months fucking later, he was in LA for the Jungle event, and he was like, "Yo, what's up, dog? I haven't seen you since blah blah blah," and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah, no, he's like that.
So like that, since that moment, dude, it proved that he has a good memory because I wasn't that. You know what I mean? I
So
didn't stand out that much.
I actually kind of have a little thing like that myself. The first town business, because Dan, that was like the last time he did like a hosting gig or whatever for like the pay-per-view. I got to be like his +1 on one of the days. And he was like, hey, make sure you meet me early before the event so like I can get you in and whoop-de-whoop. And so like I got out there super early. It was like, hey, I'm here, whoop, all that. He's like, all right, cool. Hey, we're over, at this burger place. Just come meet me over there and we can grab some food before we head in. And I was like, all right, cool, perfect. I'm hungry. So I go and I sit down, and then like Dan's just sitting outside, and it's him and fucking Thesaurus. So I was like, all right, cool, and I know Thesaurus, and so I sit fucking down with them, and we're like talking for a second, and then all of a sudden fucking Holodon just pulls up too, and then we're sitting there fucking chopping it up, and at a certain point, this motherfucker had like fried zucchini. So like, and then he just had a shitload of it. So he looks at me, he's like, "Hey man, you want some of this fried zucchini?" I was like, actually, yeah. And like not even just because it was hollow, I fucking love fried zucchini. So anyway, it doesn't even matter. He was just a humble cat, all this and that. And then flash forward to I go and help, not really help, but I go and fucking get to like intern for Avo on the Grand Prix, and he's there just in the cut kicking it. And then he's like, "Oh hey, we have fried zucchini together, didn't we?" I was like, yeah. I laughed my ass off.
Fucking crazy,
I laughed
bro.
my ass off. I was just
Shout out
like,
to Avocado, bro. Thanks for giving me and Tino that ride. You know what I'm saying?
right. But
When Tino parked in the fucking parking garage and it closed. You know how it is.
you know how it is.
You know how
Damn,
we do.
that happened to me fucking when I was shortly living in Washington. It wasn't even my car. I was like with a homie. We went out like drinking and whatnot, and then his friend like let us park in his garage, but we got there too late. His friend went MIA. All bad. Doesn't matter. Nothing to do with this. Anyway, is there anything you want to fucking tell these good folks before you head on out of here? Like anything to promote?
If the Mount Rushmore of battle rap had like 20 people on it, because you never decide. You cannot leave off Avocado. You cannot leave off people like Kid Twist. You cannot leave people like fucking Tantrum.
Yes,
Like
facts.
these motherfuckers, there was moments in battle rap that changed everything, including like what Kid Twist did for King of the Dot versus Hollow Hand and all that shit back in the day. What fuck Tantrum and Dumbfounded did. Motherfuckers, like there's so much history in battle rap that kind of gets like overlooked, and it's just like, bruh, like no, do your fucking homework. And shout out to Avocado again, because he's like literally the person that elevated the shit to a point where like motherfuckers don't even realize, like you would not be seeing this good ass camera work, these fucking graphics and shit if motherfuckers weren't competing with Avocado's work. So like straight up, shout out to everybody that used to be in the fucking King of the Dot or the fucking Grind Time tiny chat group, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dumbfounded, shout out to fucking Thesaurus and all them.
Fuck yeah, man. That's a hell of a way to go out. I'm even gonna steal that from you, just to do your homework. Do your homework. Hell yeah, man. Much fucking love and appreciation to you. I'm gonna let you get on out of here. You have a good night, sir.
Later, bro.
And I'll see you in July. Bang, 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 bang. And that's how we do that, folks. Shout out to the boy Cypher. Always fucking. Dude's just fucking humble and easy to fucking talk to. He's not on no fuck shit. I can just very simply be like, early in the morning, hey man, you want to be a guest on my show tonight? Because I did remember that he's mentioned that he would like to be on again. So, he's a very reasonable person. So I can just hit him up and he'll just be like, yes, I can do that. So, bang. Shout out to the boy. Much, much, much love. Outside of that, we kind of went all over the place in that episode in a good way, though. I wanted to cover many different topics about a lot of different things because, stuff's, it's a ever constant battle, this fucking battle rap world, no pun intended. Sorry, I was ignoring all you guys this whole time. What's up, Pixie? What's up, Blue? I was answering one or two Assad's questions because they were like there in the moment, but I seen you guys starting to like really get through the shit, so I apologize. What's up, Assad? What's up, Jesse S? Jesse was saying that Ark brought out his homie against Ryne. Then Ryne hit him with a brochet bun bar and they missed it. Hilarious. Shout out, Jesse. Shout out. Yeah, it's just you folks I've been throwing it in there. Jesse's saying, how'd you feel about the UBR crowd missing out on your brioche bun bar? Man, I'm really about this bread. I'm about a very variety of different breads. Fucking, and I don't know. I guess I was just trying to take folks to the bakery and they weren't having it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just being goofy. I don't know, man. Fuck. I guess heartbroken is the long story short. I'm heartbroken they didn't get my brioche bun bar. How do you not? Brioche buns are the pinnacle of eating a burger. If you don't have like actual Angus meat on a fucking brioche bun, get the fuck out of my. I'm already gonna take that back. I'm not saying get the fuck out of my face. I love burgers. I eat burgers all a multitude of ways. However, I think we can all agree that the absolute pinnacle of the mountaintop when it comes to fucking hamburgers and cheeseburgers is putting that shit on a brioche bun, especially if it's buttered up and toasted. Don't play with me, son. I've been fucking buttering brioche bread since I was a fucking boy, all right? Anyway, fucking salute to all you guys. This is a fucking very fun episode. I just gotta thank the fucking cosmos for it actually like going well. If you don't know, this show only goes live on Wednesday nights now from here on out. So from here on out, I'm only going live on Counterproductive at 9 p.m. Wednesday nights, Ryne Radio. And to replace the Monday show, something will be coming on this Counterproductive channel very, very soon. The announcement for it will be coming very soon as well. So there will be another piece of content dropping on Monday nights. Outside of that, on my own personal Patreon, I just started another new audio only podcast. It's audio only, Patreon only. I'm not gonna be uploading that one the way that I upload like to Spotify and Apple Podcasts the way I do with Ryne Radio. So if you like Ryne Radio, make sure you tune in every Wednesday night on YouTube or YouTube or Twitch. Just search Counterproductive. And we're also live on Facebook if you go to the bots page on Facebook. And then you can listen to Ryne Radio as a podcast and however you get your podcasts. But if you join my personal Patreon, the Ryne Radio Patreon, you will get an exclusive podcast that's only for the patrons. And we're going to be releasing new content on there. I have a couple web series, I guess would be the proper term for them. Web series, or I don't know. I'm a country kid from the 90s, so I call everything a TV show. So I got some TV shows coming up. yeah, I'll just say that. I don't want to say the names or nothing like that, but we're doing some stuff. We're doing research. We're doing all kinds of things. I'm going to be going very, very hard on the Patreon, providing all sorts of new content that's just not that it covers a wide span of things. It doesn't even have to just do with battle rap in general. It's just me and my fucking perspective going into various different other fucking shits. Very fucking excited about it. Jesse was saying that Cypher is a West Coast battle rap historian. He's a treasure. That is a fact, especially because he's been sober the whole time. So I trust his account of events way more than even my own. So what else? We covered a lot of things, like I said. I don't know. Cypher was specifically being mean to specific people. I don't share those same feelings. If you happen to watch all the way to this part of the episode, I don't necessarily share those same feelings. I like everybody. I love everybody. Not even like. I love everybody that has been involved in the past year. I just wish, because I'm always about like, I overcame mistakes that I made and I learned and I applied it and got not amazing, but I got better than what I was when I started. So I just really want to try to kick that off and down onto people. I want to try to understand that, like, you know, people don't necessarily understand the inner workings of shit sometimes. So things fucking happen, but it is what it is. We're all trying to do our best. Um, and like I said, I am trying to reel back things a little bit for myself personally because I have things in my own life that I'm trying to get going. Like I said, check out the Patreon, Ryne Radio. A whole bunch of new content coming soon, but just all over the place. We got you guys covered. You know, we're overcoming the fucking pandems, and we selling off into fucking the future at full speed ahead, baby, because there's no other speed. Is there any complaints or is there any questions and complaints before we head on out of this bitch? I do love all y'all too that have been watching and supporting. We I've definitely fucking I've definitely had my fair share of fucking haters, and I've definitely have responded to that, not always in the best of ways, but I do gotta really shout out all of you that have genuinely supported me this entire time, because it has allowed us to make this July event happen, and it's allowed us to do a whole lot of other things that is on the horizon. If you're only listening to this and are somehow unaware of what we're doing here, July 24th and the 25th, we're having a very big event, past meets present. Look out for that. Follow Bots Battles anywhere on the social medias. I'm definitely taking not necessarily a hiatus from social media, but I'm only really like, as far as like my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter goes, I'm only going to be promoting my comedy on there. I'm really not going to be trying to engage in any, I don't want to, if I'm going to be having any sort of social interactions with people through a telephone, I want it to be on a phone call or in a text message. I like doing this show, and that's definitely a weird form of digital socialness, but I like the long form of this. So you're able to really, like, I don't know, take deep dives into some thoughts and things like that. So I don't like, and it just doesn't, the whole, like, just the colors, the screens, the notifications all the time. It don't mix well with me. It don't mix well with me. So I'm trying to cut back on that shit tremendously. Trying to only promote things on there. So definitely hit me on the Patreon if you were like to just follow and be up to date with all things that I'm doing, because I'm going to be doing any sort of behind the scenes sort of news that I can give now, or just any sort of like personal bullshit, is all going on my Patreon. I'm not engaging with like the social media world, or at least I'm not trying to. If who knows? I can be just like a crack addict right now and like just saying that, and then you're gonna find me under a fucking overpass, fucking smacking up my fucking veins in a couple weeks. Like, let's get them likes. But yeah, I find a lot of that shit more toxic than it is positive. So, what the fuck was that? Was that a firework? Jesus Christ, that was loud. Yeah, hold on. Hey. I don't know what that was. I'm not sure. I'm trying to yell, but anyway, doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to go investigate some stuff and some things. welcome to Hayward. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm all over the place tonight, but I'm really feeling good about this episode. I hope you guys are feeling good about yourselves too. Yeah, plenty of ways to support all of us. Go check those things out. Much love to Cypher one more time. And like I always say, man, wash your ass, wash your hands, brush your teeth, love yourself so you can love somebody else. And now we're going to add in, do your homework. Good night, you beautiful bastards.
Look, yeah, put them things when you see us. Like, what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit. Pull up, then we swipe them for they re-up. They don't know shit. Glock up in their face so they don't see us. Put them things when you see us. Like, what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit. Pull up, then we swipe them for they re-up. They don't know shit. Glock up in their face so they don't see us. Hey, I'll roll a chopper out the back, then pull the big out. She think I'm Rambo when I'm shirtless with the stick out. Black on black when we attack, we never stick out. I get to squeeze until it's empty, pop the clip out. You share your business with these bitches, let it slip out. You give your money to that hoe, so you a trick now. I don't say shit to the bitches, pull my dick out. First we fucked, and when I'm finished, I'ma spit. Shit, my dog just barking and got the taste for blood. Pop shit, you get your top split, I left them laying her. Nine true, you get your mind blue, but what you tryna do? Slide through, must I remind you? I be almost sipping a 40, gripping a 40, I'll let one go up at your face and get distorted, End of the story, it's not important, we celebrate and spin your block up in euphoria. I got magazines for your issues, activate with the pistol, I'm at your face like some tissue. If I bless you, I won't miss you. Bullets guided like a missile, now they gliding through your tissue. Hit your bitch, your friends, your family, anybody riding with you. Little bitch, I walking like I'm God, but I'm a demon to you. Little bitch, I keep the pump on deck, but I ain't cleaning the pool. You feel that barrel bust, you feel that marrow crush. Little bitch, I rock enough gold to make a pharaoh blush. You put them things when you see us, like what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit. Pull up, then we swipe them for they re-up. They don't know shit. Glock up in their face so they don't see us. Put them things when you see us, like what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit. Pull up, then we swipe them for they re-up. They don't know shit. Glock up in their face so they don't see us.